Hi guys, I thought I'd take you to my favourite coffee shop and have a little chat to kind of summarise this weekend. Geiger counter readings in London, West London, going from 10 to about 0.1, well, 0.16 really now. It seems to have dropped a little bit. We seem to have two weather fronts, east and west London. We'll take a drive into London a bit later to see if that front with the nice sort of shaped clouds comes in, and I'll take a Geiger reading underneath that as well. I phoned the police initially with this 0.88 spike. I did freak out a little bit, and because when it was dropping, it wasn't dropping. It was dropping to 0.22, 0.23. There was peaks, so it was kind of messy. I've got some of it on video. So basically, I called the police, and just to let you know, do not call 112. All right, because you'd be wasting police time. It's not that. Even if it was like a huge release, it's not where you're supposed to phone, right? But where you can phone, right, this is for people in England, obviously, is 101, and they will deal with it from there. I got the same response from both anyway, which was that the right people, whoever they are, would be contacted, and I just asked would I get a response. They said no, we'll just inform them about this. And then also I did get a response because the local Hammersmith police phoned back just to inquire about the 0.88 microsievert spike that I saw. And I just explained to them what it was, that it was coming from Sizewell, I believed, and that these were passing clouds of fallout, and obviously just that I was obviously a bit worried at the time going through Hammersmith because it was incredibly hot. But it was passing through, and it was probably on its way out to Heathrow and down the M4 corridor, basically. The next step I took was Monday morning, as soon as the office time was open, I phoned up EDF, or just a little while after, phoned up EDF, and I got to, first I phoned Sizewell B. They turned around and basically said, oh well, I need to talk to head office, and they weren't aware of any emissions going on. I might also add quickly that I did go on to Sizewell News, and I did actually see the Sizewell News disappear in front of my eyes, and that was actually early on this morning when I was trying to find information, and the whole that Sizewell News web page that they have is updated news. I've cut and pasted stuff from it before, but anyway, that disappeared in front of my eyes, leaving the readjusting the Google search. So I just put the search term in, but I have talked about this, so I won't linger. Right, so then the next step, I phoned up EDF headquarters. And they basically turned around, and the receptionist there said she didn't understand what I was on about with the microsieverts and everything, so she would put me through to someone who would understand. I got through to Jay Bantham, and basically he was very polite, and but said that I shouldn't have been put through to him, that I should be talking with the media people. So right, so basically if there is and then obviously I might as well point out that about an hour later, after that conversation, I tried the media people. That was an answer phone, so I thought, right, okay, that's hardly emergency. So then I stopped with that line of thought, left it a little while, and then I rechecked the spike that I put on the video, and that's just been scrubbed out, so that doesn't exist anymore. And that was about an hour after the phone call to EDF. So I can't draw conclusions there. Maybe that was just a coincidence, but because it was on the Eurodac map already, the data had been sent there and being uploaded, they'd have probably had to contact, or someone would have had to contact Italy to get them to erase the spike. So that was that. That's, I think, the way I believe Eurodac works. And so historical stuff's going to go, and it's no good for the emergency services, so what can you say? Right, so it does beg the question, if there was a really super serious leak, And one thing I'd say about that, was it 3.4 microsievert peak in Milford Haven? That was on a highly suppressed software. So for that to actually go up to 3.4 must mean that it was much more. And I don't know how the software works on a percentage basis, or it just knocks off X amount. I would imagine it works on some kind of percentage basis. So that 3.4 spike might have just been a a percentage of what the real spike was. And monitor people out there will probably have an idea of what that is. But we certainly work out a reasonable difference. There's at least a 20% difference on the Geiger counter when it's putting along at 0.13. It'll be 0.11 in Heathrow, just down the road. Yeah, so what do you do? I think, basically there isn't anything you can do. You can contact the media centre, probably off in the headquarters of the energy company that runs the nuclear. Well, this is EDF anyway. Which will be an answer phone. You can leave a message. I think basically that is the only recourse. Possibly to make a call to the police just to give them a heads up, just in case, that 0.88, maybe that was a radioactive spillage, maybe there's some mad terrorist going around or something. You have no idea. You have to give them some sort of heads up there, although that was unlikely in this case because there was an obvious large contamination of a large area. But what do you do? So it's an interesting one. I think this system seems to be designed for you to actually do nothing, because if you want to do something and try and get some feedback and find out what's going on, you just won't get that. I presume if I really persevered with the media thing, I would get some response. But certainly wouldn't have been good if there was a real emergency. I'm getting 10 microsieverts per hour or something. If I was getting that, then a message on the media, maybe a quick call to the police. The police would look at your debt, wouldn't see anything. It's not kind of making sense, is it? Really, there's no joined up feeling here. The cover up is so deep. The word radiation cannot be spoken at all, and it's like, I don't know. Let's say in a conversation you want to stop the word the, well, that's what it is, really, isn't it? They say radiation is all around us, but they don't want the word radiation anywhere near us as either. So it's kind of make your own judgment on that one. Look around you and see why people are so naive to what radiation is, and in fact slightly fearful now. I think all those mutant films and what have you kind of put a sort of an subconscious fear, I would say, of some sort. But I'm sure there are better psychologists than I who could do theses on this particular aspect of fear. And it's slightly different from what the nuclear companies, Dr. Yamashito, is it Shimo, whatever, from Japan, and his feel good and you'll survive radiation poisoning thoughts. A little bit over the top, that one, but yeah. So I've posted all that up, and I've just wanted to document this, and I'm kind of hoping that that cloud in the east is as clean as the cloud that I'm sitting in under the west here, and I'm certainly going to keep you posted just to see what that's all about, and if there's any radiological differences between the two areas. Yeah, just one last thought. Small particulates, less than 2.5. Are they harmful for us or not? And I believe Mr. Gunderson's colleague, is it Mark Colofon? I can't remember the name exactly. He stipulated that the smaller particles are, they're not harmful. And King's College at the moment are having a bit of a debate about that, because they think that it may enter the bloodstream easier if the particles are smaller. And there is an argument going on, but I haven't been able to find too much out about what the arguments are, if you understand. So, although I could probably guess. And so certain pressures are being brought to bear, I'm sure, all over the place. You know, this is big money, and you know, I respect people trying to earn money, but I really also have to say that, you know, I kind of respect people that respect other people's health, you know, and their own health as well. You know, you have to respect people that respect themselves, and you have to respect people that respect others. And I don't think that kind of respect is occurring at the moment. You know, it's just not happening. And I think I'm kind of happy with this summary. I'm just putting some thoughts there at the end of the day, and I've put a lot of notes, and on Any News Rad forum I've put lots of links, and other people have put lots of links as well that were relevant to Sizewell, and there's lots of interesting bits and bobs which you could probably draw some conclusions on, but I'm not going to harp on about those now. They're there for you to read and make your own sort of qualified judgment. So I shall go and have a coffee in the cafe now, and I'm going to turn the camera off so you can't see.